Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another ramble video. Today's gameplay is, as you can see, a little racing game. It's Forza Horizon 6 I was playing and recording while I was preparing today's topic. And today's topic, as you could see already maybe in the title, is authenticity dead? This is the big question. Is it already dead? And I think the short answer is not yet, because we still have a chance to basically win. Or I'm not even sure if we even have a chance to win this war against AI, but I think we are lost. To be honest, what is authenticity? Authenticity is, at least when it comes to my brain, authenticity is something that makes people realize that someone is behaving in a natural and honest way. In a natural and honest way, yes. This is what I think is authenticity. That they are not hiding something. They don't have to play a character, for example. That they are naturally themselves, and this is what people can see. That they don't just show the good sides of their life, for example. They also show some of the bad sides of their lives. Maybe not to like 100%, because I think it's not very healthy to show on the internet when, when something is going really, really bad in your life. And that you have to work on this in private to share this then with the internet. Maybe you can do this like later, but I would never recommend to do this while stuff is happening, right? This is why many YouTubers, when something happens and they feel the need or they think that their viewers deserve to know what's going on, then I think this is exactly what they are doing, that they are talking about it when stuff is already healed, for example, or when it's like a longer time in the past. So, yeah, this is what I think is authenticity. And did authenticity die? I think not. I think there is still, especially on YouTube, a lot of people who are very authentic. But we are living in really bad times when you want to be an authentic YouTuber, I think, because everyone is trying to sell you something on the internet these days. And especially the people who are, you search something, for example, how can I make some money? And you find good tips, for example. Some dude is giving you advice in a video, but in the middle of the video he's telling you, but hey, I have a course. Maybe you want to book some lessons. I can teach you then for more detailed insight. And this is exactly it. How you want to know if stuff is really good or not. You cannot know this because he's obviously trying to sell something in this video. And you have already listened to like 30 minutes of it. This is kind of bad sometimes, but hey. Yeah, but this is what I mean. No one does stuff for the fun of it anymore. Everyone wants to become rich, famous, or wants to sell some shitty product that you would never buy under normal circumstances in a normal environment, if you wouldn't be like, I don't know, desperate, in a desperate situation. Many people exactly do this when they are in a desperate situation. So I don't think that this is very healthy, right? Especially searching for stuff. I mean, you can still, of course, search for stuff, but you have to, you have to filter a lot people. You have to watch many people to make your own opinion. And this is exactly what's happening all the time, I think. That in order to be able to build your own opinion, you have to watch many foul eggs before you find a real one. I was, for example, to give you an example from my personal life, I was very interested for some time in psychology. And of course, when you are interested in psychology, you stumble upon you know, like psychopathy, sociopathy, ASPD, you know, basically all of these are the same. The funniest thing is, when you go on YouTube, you find so many psychologists, wannabe psychologists, psychology gurus, whatsoever. Most of them tell you that they are psychologists, which they are not. This is the funny part. And then you have to watch like 25,000 of them just to find one person where you finally, even after you have done a lot of reading yourself, just to find out that, okay, this one person, they sound very plausible, there's nothing, you know, nothing Hollywoody about it, as I call it. You can basically see if someone, especially like in psychology, if this person is real. You can just see it if they use what kind of vocabulary they use. If they use vocabulary that is half clinical and half like Hollywood-like, then you can to at least, let's say, 75% tell that this person might be a foul egg. Sometimes it also helps to read the comments, because many people after a while start writing, oh, this person, they don't really know, they are talking some shit together just for the attention. You know, this is just, you have to do a lot of work these days to find something very, very solid on the internet, and this is a big problem. And I think this is also, especially these people, they're the bigger part of the problem, because they are creating the problem that authenticity is dying. And of course, AI is another big point when it comes to the dying authenticity, because AI studies people's behavior. AI knows exactly what people click and what people like. There's like a master pattern. They didn't lie to you. There is a master pattern how to win people over and stuff. This is like simple psychology. People who are good in it, they know exactly which people to attract, especially like, let's say Logan Paul, right? He started at a very young age, and he always knew what his peers like. He always knew what his peers like, and he knew he has to be very chaotic, loud. This is what attracts little children. You are loud, chaotic, you do some dumb shit, then the clicks are coming in easy, right? And these people, if you can brainwash them over a longer amount of time, over a longer period of time, then they are pretty much clicking everything that you will serve them. It's like, this, I don't know which one it was. There was like, was it Pavlov? I don't think it was Pavlov. Pavlov was the guy with the dogs. But there was another dude who made this rat experiment. I think when the rat clicked a button, the rat got a cookie or something to eat. And then after a while, it just clicked the button because it liked the clicking of the button more than it liked the cookie or the food. So yeah, this is about psychology now. But yeah, authenticity is also dying because of AI. Because AI knows that we are very, very easy to manipulate when it comes to like, wait, this is maybe wrong. Because as I said earlier, authenticity is not always the good stuff, right? Authenticity is also like the bad stuff. And people these days, their lives are hard, even though we live in a society where life should be easy, right? But their lives are still hard. I mean, maybe not physically, but maybe mentally. And this is another thing where no one talks about, basically, because why should we talk about psychology, right? Many voices, many years ago, said that we should have like stuff like finances, psychology, own well-being, especially in schools, trained how to make taxes. No one wants to teach you this because they don't need you to teach this, because this is exactly where you lose. And then there is another problem, right? Not everyone can become a YouTuber, for example, being authentic, because being authentic might be too real. it is too real. Being authentic is too real. When you are too real and people are looking too much into you and see themselves too much in you, they stop liking you. And this is also simple psychology. You might say, oh, I like authentic people. No, you like the people who are lying to you, who are selling you a nice world where everything is nice, everything is perfect, perfect body, perfect skin, perfect teeth, perfect face, good hairline, muscles, stuff like that. There was always a saying that people don't like losers, people like winners. And this is how we got taught. Speaking of Forza Horizon 6, which is playing in Japan now, as you can see. In Japan it's sometimes a little bit different, because there was a case of horse races, right? And there was a horse that always lost. And this horse had a bigger fan base than all the horses who were winning all the time. Because Japanese have like this culture of supporting the weaker part of the group. And I think this is something beautiful. This is something that we have lost. Because we are so easy, and especially like the Western world, especially like in America, this is very common, for example, that, no one is beating up. Everyone is just beating down. And this is where the problems start, and this is why America has now these problems that we are hearing of these days in many parts of their society. This is a fact. I'm not making this stuff up, but I also don't want to search up every single thing. I'm lazy. I'm sorry. And then there is another part of authenticity and why it's dying, because I already said it a little bit in this last in the middle monologue of mine, that not everyone can become a YouTuber, because being authentic is actually very hard. And being authentic to the grade that people really like you. Because as I said, there's this common saying, just be yourself, then people will like you. No. I mean, people in society, and especially in business and everywhere else, are wearing masks. Like, people are saying in psychology that we are wearing masks when we meet someone, for example, because we won't come over from our very best side. So they like us, and we can then, start something like a relationship or business or whatever, a friendship together. And this is why we wear masks. And our society has become so fake that people are just wearing masks. No one shows the real self anymore. Maybe after a while, when you are very, very sure that you can trust this person. But these days, and especially in Gen Z, this is very, very hard to find, because people are so fake. Even if they can, and this is the funny thing about it, even if they can be real in a TikTok bit, for example, right? They somehow cannot be this with their own friends. Then you have to ask yourself, what is the sense of these friends then? Why you have them? This is just another distraction, and these people are basically setting themselves up for failure, because these people are distracting them, they are distracting For example, you have friends, your friends are distracting you, you are distracting your friends, and this is like a vicious circle that never ends until someone dies, for example, or something bad happens to someone, and then it breaks all up because I don't know. So this is basically why authenticity is a very hard thing to do, because be yourself and you will see what happens. In this today's society, being yourself brings you basically zero. It brings you nothing. You have to be as fake as everyone else, otherwise they will so there will always be someone who will who will come out and say, haha, this guy, he's this and that. And even if the other people know exactly how you feel, because they have empathy or whatever this can be called, they know exactly what's going on, they won't help you, because they don't want to. No one wants to be the first one to say something bad. No one wants to say something out loud anymore, and this is like yeah, this is basically why authenticity is impossible these days. And now take this, and this is now from society, put this into YouTube, where everyone is fake from the very beginning because they want to sell you something. Either they want you, you know, to subscribe. By the way, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. They want you to subscribe to that channel because, you know, subscribing and attention and blah. Some people just love the freaking attention. I don't say that there isn't people who want to teach you something, but let's be honest. These days, making YouTube, and especially since you can get paid basically for it, and not less money but more money, then this is basically like winning in the lottery, right? So I think authenticity will die soon. Many YouTubers I'm watching right now, they are already like making angry rant videos. Or maybe not angry, but they rant about the new algorithm, that everything is chaotic. Their main people they are supporting are not uploading as much anymore because everything has become like very draining. And the new stuff they are finding and the algorithm is showing them is like, I don't know, it's just slop. It's AI slop. And alone the fact that the main page is now getting more and more of the short sections. This is like also very, thank you for training the kids' brains and all brains in general. Yeah, to be like, I don't know, like a hamster, the attention span of a goldfish. Yeah, this is what it is training the children and basically everyone who's watching them. This doom scrolling is already like, I experience it myself, and I'm shocked because I thought like, I'm watching this. Why am I watching this? I'm not even enjoying this. I don't know. Something must happen with this because this will end in a very bad thing. I think they know that something is going down the drain, and maybe they are trying to prepare people to become more like savage. This is just my thinking. They prepare you for war, basically, without telling you this. They just condition you to this, and then out of a sudden you start being a soldier and you stop being a normal human being. And then you will do whatever they want because you won't have a choice. Either you run forward and get shot by the enemy, or you try to run back and get shot in the back from your own friends. So yeah, this is how it was in World War I, by the way. So yeah, I don't want to make it too long again. Thanks a lot for watching, and yeah, if you liked it, maybe consider subscribing, but leave a like at least. And hope to see you in the next one in another video. This was Luke. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.